Alright, YouTube, here for my review of the Walther PDP. I put 1,002 rounds through it in total. No malfunctions except for failures to lock back on the last round. It happened quite a few times with the same bulk 115 grain ammo. So I really blame the ammo, not the firearm, because all other bulk 115 grain didn't have any issues. It was just that particular ammo. But yeah, everything else I put through it was good. 124 grain, 147 grain, all the hollow points, all the monolithics I put through it, no issues at all. No jams, no double feeds, no def jams, none of that crap. No failure to extract, no stovepipes. So yep, 100% reliable in my testing with my firearm. Again, I don't count those as malfunctions, failures to lock back on the last magazine. You just reload and you're good to go. But as far as my optic, I wasn't able to zero it as far as I would like. So my range doesn't go out far enough to zero at 100. So I zeroed it at 30. So I am hitting low, so I have to aim a little bit high when I'm up closer. But I mean, it is what it is. It's just one of those things. Take that into consideration. The way that I shoot, I'm always gonna have to aim the firearm up higher. So I mean, it is what it is. It's pistol optics, so I don't have the height over bore that I need to zero it the way I want. But it is what it is. It's still a good optic. I haven't had any issues with it, and the optic has been on the firearm the entire time. It's the Holosun 508T. Has the backup solar on it. It's a red dot. It does have shake awake features, but I do not have it on shake awake because of my style of person that I am. I don't like shake awake features, so I don't have it turned on. I have it as just a dot. I don't have it as a reticle either. And I have it super bright because if I'm going to be using my gun, it's probably going to be during the day. And even if I use it at night, I'll just deal with the extra reflection from it being too bright. It'll just blur it out a little bit. But yeah, no flashlight on it because I don't run flashlights on any of my guns, including my ARs. I just don't do that. I prefer handheld lights, and I can see well enough in the dark that I don't need a flashlight to be able to identify people on that. But that's me though. That's not it for everybody. Most people would need a flashlight. The firearm is unloaded, although normally I don't unload my firearm. I just recently ran the rest of the ammo, defensive ammo I had through it. So I'm completely empty right now on that gun. Although my AR is loaded and always stays loaded. My defensive guns always stay loaded. That's just me. If you don't like it, oh well. They're pointed in safe directions, and my fingers always stay off the triggers until I'm ready to pull them. Safeties are on always if there is a manual safety, and then all my guns have trigger safeties if they don't have manual safeties, so they're not just gonna go bang unless I want them to. So I don't really care about that. To me, they're safer being loaded than unloaded and me having to go grab a gun that is loaded, locked up, or whatnot like that. So when I'm home, they're by me and they're loaded at all times, even during videos. I'm not an idiot that's over here showing you, oh, I like the trigger pull, let me show you the weight and the brake and all that. Nah, that's just not my style. My guns stay loaded, so I'm not gonna be pulling triggers on camera. As far as the trigger, I'll bring it up because everybody talks about how great it is. Honestly, I mean, it's a striker fire trigger. It's not a 1911 style trigger, so I don't really think it's a bad trigger. I don't think it's a good trigger. I think it's just there. It's an alright trigger. Everybody talks about, oh, it's so great. Um, Triggers are triggers inside of pistols. I mean, you're not really gonna tell, honestly. Now, having a trigger in a precision rifle for like hunting, then yeah, having a good trigger is really important. But if you're not shooting really long range, having a good trigger, I mean, it's just personal preference. A lot of people really hate the trigger in my FN 509, but I think it's a good trigger in it. A lot of people hate my Hellcat trigger. Again, I think it's a good trigger. So I mean, it's just there. A lot of people don't really understand that it's more about how you grip the gun and your control over the firearm as to your accuracy. Trigger accuracy only really matters at longer distances, like I'm saying. But most people aren't going to be stretching their guns out past 100, so it is what it is. Alright, YouTube. See ya.